Pants, my final sewing frontier. What is so frightening about bifurcation? Hi, I'm Erica and welcome to my channel Dizzyknitsandcurls, where I create a vintage inspired goth adjacent wardrobe and the beauty looks that go with it. And today is all about my journey towards making the Sew Over It Ultimate Trousers, which are a slim fitting pant. I've made pants in the past. For instance, the Pattern Emporium Walk Boldly pants. I have 3 pairs of those. They are a pant that's fitted in the waist and fitted in the hip, but wide through the legs. And the legs are usually where my problem is because I have tiny little chicken legs. So I really wanted something that would give me that 1950s cigarette pant look, that would give me a little bit of that skinny jeans vibe, and I decided the ultimate trousers were going to be the way to get it. So I have with me all the muslins I made, which are 3, and the patterns and the changes I made to them. I have a pair of bike shorts so that I can put on see-through muslin fabric on the internet and not flash anybody, and we're going to get into it. So, the first thing I did was make the pattern in the size 8, graded down to the size 6. So my waist and belly are more like an 8, and my little chicken legs are more like a 6. I'll stop referring to myself as having chicken legs, but guys, I kind of do. So let's see if I can figure out which set of patterns are which. Okay, so the first set was just the, like I said, the 8 graded down to the 6. I'm gonna throw on the muslin for this, and then I will show you guys what I came up with. Okay, so this is the first set. So I had to rip out the darts in the front because they were making this way too tight. I did a mark here that I needed to add a 1/2 inch to the rise to give room for my stomach. I also needed to do a lot in the back. As you can see, the legs are pretty baggy and the bum is fitting a little weird. So I made those corrections in the pattern. So the first thing I did was to make a note and removing the waist dart. Then I slash and spread from the belly area to the side seam and added a wedge. That was about a 1/2 inch through there. And I also made sure I did the number 8, the size 8 crotch, so I had a little bit more crotch room. And I needed to take 1 inch off the bottom of the pants. Now, I'll stand on a chair and show you really quick how long these pants were. So yeah, they're not bad, but I wanted a cropped pant. To reference, Sew Over It does draft for a person who is 5'6". I'm only 5'3", but this is my natural waist. So as you can see, I'm pretty much 90% leg. And then in the back, I liked the dart fit. The darts are pretty good back there. But I did want to add a 1/4 inch crotch extension. So I did that. And then because things were a little baggy under the bum, I did take out a 1/4 inch. So it was time to make the second muslin with those changes too. Now for the record, I did put in a zipper in these when I tried them. I just took the zipper out so I could reuse it as I went through the different iterations. All right, so as you can see, we are fitting a bit better here. We ended up, after we made those changes, a little loose in the in the back. So I did make a note on the second version of the pattern just to add another 1/4 inch to the dart in the back. But as you can see with no dart in the front, it's pretty good. Also, I got rid of a lot of some of the bum wrinkling, but there is still some left. So, also, I have IBS. My stomach is different sizes at different times. This is a pretty good IBS day. So there is a little bit of extra room right now. When I fit these pants, I was probably at my most bloated, and that was strategic. I wanted to make sure that I had a version of the pants that would fit no matter what was happening in my IBS life. So I'm gonna go ahead and try on muslin number 3, which I'm a little concerned may be overfitted, but then I'll show you guys what I plan on making it out of, and we can decide together. 3, I decided to follow the Sew Over It directions to add a waistband, which is not sewn down yet. There we go. So there's my waistband. These are much tighter. They're very fitted and they have a zipper on them. This waistband comes probably a little bit above my natural waist, but I think it's not tacked down. I think once it's all tacked down, it's gonna hit right at the waist. But yeah, as you can see, when I bend, that's where it is. These are very high. But look how much flatter the bum area is. That is pretty much perfect. And while they are a bit tight in this, I'm not going to make them out of non-stretch muslin fabric. I'm going to make them out of a stretch woven or a stretch fabric. The length also is now perfection. Try to show you guys. So yeah, see, they come right at the ankle, and then when I hem them, they will be slightly cropped, and that is amazing. So what I'm thinking of testing them in, they are a little tight. I hope I didn't overfit them, guys. So I have 2 options. One is this stretch woven jean material. So it is a cotton with some spandex. And it is a denim jean, about a medium weight fabric and a medium color. And it's got about 10% stretch and no stretch going down. So they are 2-way stretch. I really hope I can make these work because I think this would be something very useful to have in the wardrobe. But what I think I'm gonna test them with is gonna be this coral colored ponte. So it's ponte. It's got a little bit more stretch. So I may have to take them in a little bit, and it's got a little bit of stretch going this way. But I think for as fitted as this high waist version is, I think that more stretch is going to be useful. When I make them out of the woven, I will probably add a little bit of room back in through the thigh, just because it's a little fitted through there. But yeah, that has been my journey so far. The Ultimate Trousers, I actually joined Sew Over It Stitch School. So I was able to follow, they have 2 classes on the Ultimate Trousers. One is a full-on sew along with Lisa where she teaches you how to make the pants and fit them. And then the other is actually, I thought, even more interesting. It's 2 members of the Sew Over It team being fit by Julie, who's their fit expert, showing you how she tweaks and changes the pants to fit different body types. So one is for Lisa, who's the owner of Sew Over It, and the other is for Rosie. And they're very different in what adjustments you have to make. So I learned a ton watching that. So I guess I'm going to leave the video here. So we are back and we have pants. Wow, I can't even believe these came out so good. Now I do have my shirt tucked in, which makes them look a little wrinkly at the top, so I'll go ahead and pull the shirt out. But these are the pants in the Ponte Roma. This is a 20% stretch Ponte Roma. I will get on a chair and show you guys the length of the pants. Kaboom. There we go. So I made them little ankle biters, which I love. I'm really happy with these. I do think I need to put in, all right, well, let me start. So I made these without a zipper because this Ponte has 20% stretch, which was enough stretch to be able to get these on and off without having to use the invisible zipper. I basted them all together to check how they were gonna fit with a long straight stitch. Then I realized they were gonna fit great, and I ended up using a zigzag stitch to sew them together without the invisible zipper. I took an inch off the width of the waistband because, as you can see, these bad boys are truly high-waisted. They are really high. And I think that skinnier waistband is kind of nice. I do think I need to insert an elastic in it because I do think that these may sag, even though they seem to have pretty good recovery, they might sag a little bit over time. So I just want to make sure that does not happen. This was such a process. It took 2 days of fit testing these in muslin to finally try it with a stretch fabric. Sew Over It does not recommend stretch fabric for these pants. They say you can use a stretch woven with up to 10% stretch just to give it some vertical give, but they don't suggest full-on stretch like these pants. But they will work in that. What I would do when I make them in the stretch woven, which is a 10% stretch, is I took a big seam allowance here, like almost I would say 5/8 of an inch seam allowance down the side seams and the inseam. When I sew them with the stretch woven, I'm gonna baste them together with like a 1/2 inch seam allowance and see, 1/2 inch, yeah, that sounds right. And see if they fit, and then go from there, and I will use the invisible zipper on that version. But for now, I'm very excited to have these pants. I have wanted pants that fit like this for a very long time, and I just could not figure out a way to make them myself. I'm wearing it today with my Ray of Light t-shirt from Pattern Emporium. This is the mid-neck version with the short sleeve. And you see it has this cool little detail where it ruches at the side, which I think looks really nice. If I was gonna wear a shirt with this, it would probably be a shirt like this that hit at high hip, or, well, of course I'm gonna wear a shirt with them, you know, but I would also consider wearing like a button-down shirt that tied in the front would be really cute. They're a little hard to tuck things into because they are a bit thin, so that kind of negates some of the blouses I was considering wearing with them. But either way, I love these pants. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this to be an educational, helpful, or just fun video, leave me a like. It really helps the channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you guys in my next video. Thank you for coming by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.